Now let's head over to Pat.
Well, thanks, Diana. We have all heard the saying, you are what you eat, so it might not come as a big surprise that the foods that we are eating have a big impact on how we feel. Our next guest worked with prestigious Yale University doing research on good mood foods. Family expert and pediatric nurse Denise Daniels is here to tell us what they found. It's good to have you here today.
Hi, Patrick. Are we in a good mood today?
We are in a good mood. We've been munching along. You brought in a buffet of good mood foods.
Right.
What did this study show?
Well, it was really interesting because we initially began the study by trying to develop an emotional curriculum for preschoolers for a television show. And so we got into the research and we were really looking at the connection when children would eat when they were lonely or feeling sad, or how we reward kids with food. And so it became so interesting to us, and we started digging deeper, and we were really looking at the neuroscience behind this, because certain foods change brain chemistries, and there are three main brain chemistries that affect our neurotransmitters. I know this is probably boring, but it's dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin. And serotonin, a lot of people have heard about. And you need tryptophan in your diet to be able to create serotonin, because the body doesn't naturally create that. So we started looking at foods that kids could eat to help children control their own brain chemistries. And so, I mean, there was just a vast amount of foods that would boost a child's and adults' brain chemistries.
Speaking of vast, you continue giving the descriptor of all this. On my right side over here is plenty of really great vegetable and fruit you can see over here.
I mean, it's endless how many things will change your brain chemistries. And this good mood, this calming feeling, can last for up to 2 to 3 hours. So it's really important to think about the kind of foods that we're ingesting. And if you look, we have a wide assortment of foods, everything from protein to carbs to fruits to vegetables.
And we see on the screen exposure, the more kids are exposed to a particular food, and you could say between 8 to 15 times he or she is more likely to eat it. Modeling, kids learn by watching others.
That's right.
They do learn by what they see adults eating.
That's why we called it good mood foods, because it was easy for kids to remember. And we thought, you know, moms can go to the grocery store, or dads with their kids, and they're in the cart, and they can point to a food and say, that's a good mood food. So kids are learning at the same time by how we model and what we eat.
You also say involvement. Kids learn when you're actively involved, and you even say things like singing a song.
That's right.
Introduces a lot of these foods to them that they would not normally try.
Well, because kids learn through music, they love dance, they love riddles, so anything that helps them learn about the nutrition and the quality of food and what kind of choices to make, and to do it through dance and song is really easy because they can relate to that.
And all of that boosts creativity.
Right.
Well, we, throughout this interview, have been looking at all these good mood foods. Folks will see how familiar these are. These are good for you. We see the eggs, the bananas, the yogurts, the milks.
The grain, the carbohydrates.
You even put organic ice cream cones in there. You had an
I did,
idea
because
for that.
I thought this was really fun. We've done this with kids before, where we take organic ice cream cones, and they're sugarless, and then you just put yogurt in and sprinkle some blueberries on. Blueberries are just like the miracle food.
It is.
They're so wonderful. So I really encourage parents to feed that to their kids.
Denise Daniels, what fun research, and what a good result here.
Yeah,
Thanks
let's
for being
start
here
eating.
today. We are going to. Let me give some information to people. You can find more about good mood foods and Denise Daniels by going to KARE11.com. Just look under health after you travel through news. Well, coming up, why city buses are getting more crowded and what the government may do to change that.